What's up, everybody? Apple here once again. Let's go ahead and jump into the second game of our Arena series so far with the deck we constructed in our Arena guide and playthrough. Alright, let's do it. So I think the nerfs actually, let's check real quick. Let's see if the nerfs went through. They did not. Right now Pyroblast still costs 8. It's in the patch notes. Sylvanas still costs 5. I'm going to be making another video shortly after this one to review the patch notes. I'll be uploading that immediately after this one. And I will cover my thoughts and opinions on how the game is going to change. But even though the patch notes say the changes are in there, they have not hit yet. So it will probably be next week. I'm assuming next Wednesday the patch will most likely hit. We will see. Alright, but we are still playing Mage while she is broken.
You asked for it.
Alright. So, against a Pally, basically always mulligan cards that cost too much. I do have a lot of 2-drops in my deck. A lot of really good 2-drops, and I do have a few really good 1-drops as well. So keeping a 3-drop is not a good idea in this case, because we have a sufficient number of 2 and 1-drops that we can mulligan aggressively and try and get one. So we will. That's something to keep in mind, is the number of cards in your deck that are 2-drops. Oh, ouch. So my follow-up to that was that if you want to play it safe, you know, just in case, you can keep 1 3-drop. You know, just in case your hand is absolutely horrible and you have nothing to play. But if you have enough 2 and 1-drops, in this case, if you have at least 8, I would say if you have at least 8 total 1 and 2-drops, you should mulligan aggressively and try and get them. You know, like Arcane Missiles, that's actually not bad. Since we have nothing to play, we're just going to use our hero ability on his face. That's pretty much all that is. Next turn it looks like Harvest Golem will be our play. Let's just see what he does here. He might have a ton of 2-drops. Okay, Armor Swordsmith, okay. He has no mana left. I'm not sure what he's doing.
Hello.
Sometimes newer players forget to end their turn. Unless he has a Wisp, which I doubt. He could have a Wisp though. He might have he might have a handful of Wisps, and that's what he's looking at. He's trying to pick which Wisp to play. Okay, so he's going to coin a 1-drop actually, so he has a ton of 1-drops. Alright. So, plans have changed. We are no longer going to play the Harvest Golem because Arcane Missiles gives us insane value here. And even if we don't hit the 3-1, we can still use Hero ability because we have 3 mana. So let's use Arcane Missiles. See what happens. Alright, we're just going to ping the 3-1 to reduce incoming damage next turn. I'm not so concerned about the Swordsmith because it doesn't activate until the end of his turn to give +1 attack. And we do have a Charger in hand, Stormer Knight, that I can play to remove this guy if I desire next turn. However, I would like to draw a 2-drop so that I can use my hero ability to kill this guy off. In that case, I might go with the Senjin. Yeah, because Senjin trades very favorably on this board. Always something to keep in mind. Think about what in your hand trades favorably with the stats that are presented to you on the board, and also with his next turn. So he could Consecrate next turn if he wants to. He wouldn't though, or I mean it would not be a good play because I don't have enough creatures. Let's just play Senjin. With the 5 health, he actually can't kill it just with the 4 damage on the board. He has to use something like a Hammer of Wrath or a True Silver Champion, and then sack his Swordsmith to kill this. And if he does not sack the Swordsmith, next turn we will most likely be dropping Harvest Golem and using Hero ability to kill off the Swordsmith with 5 effective mana. All depends on what he does though. So, we shall see. Blessing of Kings, wow. That's really bad for us. Really bad. So now he has a 7-4 on the table. Make that an 8-4 after the Swordsmith. That is just absolutely insane. That is so insane. Alright. But anyways, next turn we can take it out with Argent Commander, so it's not that big of a deal. So we just need to survive long enough to do so. So we're just going to play the Harvest Golem, and we're going to stick to the plan, and we're going to kill off the Swordsmith. And that's it. He'll hit us for 8 damage this turn, but next turn we can kill it with Argent Commander, so don't panic, you know. He'll get me to 20 life, maybe less if he has more damaging spells or another Blessing of Kings. That would be devastating. If he had 2 Blessing of Kings, I'd be completely devastated. And this is why Silence is so good in Arena. Especially because many pallies will pick Blessing of Kings, because it is so powerful. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're dropping to 20 health, that's fine. You know, we just gotta stay cool here. Play our Argent Commander, take out the Harvest Golem. And we're also going to remove the respawn. Now let's look at this. We have a 2-1 and a 2-1. We're going to kill the 2-1 that doesn't give him card draw. So that if he doesn't choose to kill the Loot Hoarder, he does not draw a card. Although he probably will kill my 4-2 with the Loot Hoarder though. So as you can see, Argent Commander value once again. Not only did he kill a creature, but now he's still on the board and he needs to be dealt with. So they need to use another card or another creature or something along those lines. So another Blessing of Kings, so Hammer of Wrath. Oh man, once you get hit with 1 Blessing of Kings, you get so scared for the next one. Okay. So, Flame Strike pretty good here. We're at 14 life. Yeah, we have to Flame Strike to clear this board. Yep, so we're going to do that first, and then we're going to kill the 2-1 respawn with our Golem. So as soon as he respawns, then we go like this. The board is cleared, although we are at 14 life. We do have a Pyroblast in hand, which is excellent. However, next turn it looks like we will be playing probably Ogre. Ogre with Ping, if he plays a 3 health minion. Or Stormwind Knight possibly, with Ghoul and Mana Worm. Always good to look at how much mana you're going to have the following turn, and think about what you can play as it stands. Okay, so Stormwind Knight is really good against that. Not so good against that, though. So we want to play something with more than 3 attack, so that the Acolyte of Pain cannot hit it and trade a card with it. So that's my mindset right now. And that's pretty good, actually. That's very good. But the only problem is, if I play this, the 2-2 kills my 3-2, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But I don't have a choice. So we're going to drop the Ogre, and we're going to drop this guy. Once again, making sure our creatures have more than 3 attacks. The Acolyte of Pain cannot draw 2 cards. And yeah, I think we should be good. Unless he has an equality here, he could wipe the Ogre. Cult Master, probably sack the 2-2 on the 3-2 right now. For remaining mana, Hammer of Wrath probably. Alright, so one thing you never want to do, yeah, Hammer of Wrath. One thing you never want to do is grab your card and target a creature unless you're absolutely sure you're going to use it. Because it'll tell the opponent what you have. If you have 4 remaining mana and you're targeting an enemy creature as a pally, the only thing you can possibly have is Hammer of Wrath. So that tells me what's in your hand, and you're essentially revealing your hand to me. So anyways, we have 9 effective mana. We're at 11 health. He has 4, 5, 7 damage on the board. A true silver champion would kill me right now. So we have to start clearing the board. So let's actually draw a card first. I want to play the Stormwind Knight and kill the 2-2, essentially for free. But let's draw a card with this guy first, because we can do all of that. Harvest Golem. Okay, that doesn't change anything. I still need to kill the 2-2 right away. So I'm going to. And I'm going to kill the 4-2. Oh, actually that was a mistake. That was a big mistake. I'll just drop the Mana Worm, even though it makes me vulnerable to Consecrate. So that was a mistake. You should never kill a creature when there's a Cult Master on the board. You should always kill the Cult Master first. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. I don't like to make mistakes like that, especially not when I'm doing you know, a guide. But I guess the best way to learn is by making mistakes. Consecrate, okay. As long as it's not equality consecrate, I'm fine. So he will sack on the 6-1 probably, unless he has another consecrate. But anyways, yeah, you should always kill the Cult Master first so he does not draw more cards. That is a fail by me, but it's a good way to learn, I suppose, for anyone who's watching who was not familiar with that. Hand of Protection to... Really? Interesting choice. Interesting choice. Okay. So, believe it or not, we actually have a card advantage right now. We have 4 in hand and 3 on the board. He has 2 in hand and 2 on the board. So we do have a card advantage, but we are at 9 life. So if we can come back in this, we might be in okay shape. However, we can't kill this unless we Pyroblast it, which I might have to do, as it turns out. Yeah, otherwise it just kills everything on my board right now, and I cannot afford to do that. So we're going to Pyro this, as crazy as that sounds. Because we're at 9 life, if that lives another turn, he can play creatures behind it and we are going to die. So now let's just trade here, and, well, okay, this is difficult. Yeah, we are going to trade and ping. It forces him to use a Consecrate so that he can't use the Acolyte to draw an extra card off the Monoworm and kill it. He's going to draw 2 cards no matter what. At least this way, I can control how he draws the cards. And he has now gained back... Well, he has 5 cards in hand. We have 3 in hand, 3 on the board. Technically, we are 1 card ahead still, even after drawing him 2 with the Acolyte. But yeah, we really needed to make that play. It's kind of a desperation play to Pyro, you know, a 1/7. And that's most likely a get down, I want to say. So, sorry, it's called a Noble Sacrifice. Okay. So the Tiger is going to deal 5 damage directly to me, no matter what. As far as testing for secrets, we need to sack here first and try and do that. No, actually we don't. Because... Okay. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to play the Ghoul first before we sack anything, so that it gains buffs when we do so. So that it gains +1 attack for each creature that dies. And we're going to test for secrets right now. So we're going to test here first for Redemption. If it is Redemption, redeeming a 1/2 is no big deal. Yeah, it looks like it's Noble Sacrifice, so this will kill my 2/1. Alright, so now that we know it's not Redemption, we can test for... Or sorry, we don't need to test for anything else. The only way we live is if we kill this. So we need to actually sack and ping to kill this, and then sack here. So let's go ahead and do that. Doesn't matter which one, because these are both 2/1s. And we have no spells in hand to buff this to 3 attack to kill it cleanly. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll sack here. And then we'll just play our Harvest Golem and our Murloc Tidehunter and pass. If he has a true Silver Champion, he wins no matter what. So that's GG. Hopefully he didn't just draw it, in which case the one mistake with the Acolyte of Pain, sorry, not the Acolyte of Pain, the Cult Master. Oh, Blessing of Kings. Alright, so that's a very difficult double Blessing of Kings. So we're being trolled pretty hard. That's really unfortunate, you know. We did not get a 2-drop in our opener, and hopefully you guys can see how important turn 2 is, and by missing it I had to respond to his Swordsmith, I had to respond to the Pirate that he coined out as well. Not having something to play on turn 2 to kill that was completely devastating. And the rest of the game, even though we did make a minor playing mistake, as far as not killing the Cult Master first. He had 2 Blessing of Kings, so he had beyond lethal anyways. But yeah, that's unfortunate. So we are now 1-1. We will recover this. We may recover this. This is a very good. This is a solid deck. We did not see Sylvanas. We didn't see our taunt. We did see 1 Flame Strike and 1 Pyro in that game. Kind of a difficult game. Kind of a difficult game. We did what we could. And the Kings on the Harvest Golem too was completely devastating. But anyways, thank you guys again for watching. Tomorrow we will start game number 3 of this Arena series. And we will continue progressing through together. Thanks again, and I will see you guys soon. I will also be posting the patch notes video right after this, so cheers.